Jennavyr, Katya, Bork, and Asha are in the corridor.
Mm-hmm.
Claravine disappeared a while ago. Krag followed soon afterwards. And then, not that long ago, both Abby and Elise just kind of blinked out of existence.
Yeah, they did.
Yes. What are you guys doing?
Okay, we were arguing over a trap.
Indeed.
Yeah, you're standing next by it.
Here.
There is a trap line that
Yeah.
was just across here that you believe may cave in the ceiling, but you aren't 100% sure, and you're not sure quite how to deal with it.
We were arguing over that.
Yes. So what have you come to an agreement?
Who has really good dexterity out of us? I'm not proficient with dexterity, so
Who's the fastest out of you? I don't think you can measure dexterity, can you?
you know what I mean.
I'm not very fast.
Maggie and
Just hand them some juggling balls and see if they can juggle well.
I have a dexterity of 11.
I mean, I'm fastish, but not extremely.
I mean, look at my legs.
What do you want them to do?
I will try and disarm the trap, but Katya, I will need you to be on hand to heal me just in case, because I'm at 19 hit points.
Well, maybe you want me to do it?
Roof in your head?
Do you want me to try? I can try.
Well,
try.
Stop moving closer to it. I'm just thinking, I don't want Katya to fall unconscious and then we have no way of reviving her because we don't have any fucking potions.
Well, I'm on pretty high life, feeling pretty good. Why don't you take a step back?
You want to try and disarm it?
I'll totally disarm it, but you might want to step back.
Okay.
See what
Okay.
I have for a second. Hang on. I don't remember. I'm looking. I don't think I have it though. No, I don't. Sorry, I'm useless. Go ahead. Carry on.
This is gonna end so bad.
Do I have any clue at all how traps works?
Do you have thieves' tools or anything that could be used to disarm a trap?
No.
Right. Well, then what would be a straight dex check with disadvantage because you do not have the right tools right now.
Ooh, shit.
Right, what I do is that I stand here.
Okay.
You want to reach around the corner and set it off?
Guys, you should back up a little bit, I think.
Has anyone thought what happens if you cave it in and then we're just stuck here?
That's what I was worried about last time.
Is this is like a wire? Can we just like step over it?
Probably.
We can try. God.
How high up is the wire?
It's probably about 2 feet up.
I lift Bork and put him over it.
Okay. This is going to be a acrobatics check.
Acrobatics check?
Yes.
I like how you don't even ask Bork.
You're trying to lift somebody over something that's really thing whilst in difficult terrain.
Wouldn't that be athletics for
Nope,
me?
because you're not just lifting them up. You are lifting up and moving over something.
Oh no!
Oh
Okay.
Oh no!
I need a dex check on
Bork
both of you.
and all of a sudden Jennavyr moves up behind me and goes like, shoop!
I need a dex check on both of you, please.
Save.
A saving throw?
Yes, save, sorry. A dex saving throw.
Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a natural 1 on that. I can't believe it.
Katya, I need a perception check off you.
Oh balls.
Okay. You notice Asha is sitting down trying to scry like he was asked her to.
Oh shit, yeah.
It's that feeling above her seems to be coming loose also, but she's got her eyes closed.
Okay. Oh god, my ears.
Sorry.
Rip headphone users.
And you watch as it begins to cave in.
the part near Jennavyr and
And the part next to Jennavyr and Bork.
oh,
We're fucked.
is it like gonna hit Asha? Is it like continuing
Yeah.
to keep, or just okay? I'm gonna can I like try and get her and like say, oh, sorry, something happened. Stand
Yeah,
up, please.
Fine. I would say an athletics check. You just basically grab her out of the way. Because she's not going to be expecting this at all.
Athletics.
You manage to pull her away, but she gets hit by some of this as it falls down. Bork also takes some damage. Let's work out how much Bork takes.
Arg! What are you doing?
Sorry.
Bork screams as he gets thrown on the wire.
Oh, man.
Bork, you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. As does Asha.
Oh,
Ow. I'm glad that wasn't me because I was at 19.
What are you doing, you crazy woman?
You notice that the rubble in front of you is probably not that bad. You could probably get over it. However, the one behind you where Asha is, it is continuing to fall, and it looks like it is just piling up to block the whole entire way.
I look up at Asher and I just... Sorry, that was me. I won't touch anything else, I promise.
Yes, the scrying spell failed for some reason.
Jennavyr looks around at the rubble. Yeah, strange that.
Indeed.
well, I guess we're going forward.
This is what I was fucking scared of last time, that we were going to set it off no matter what.
How is everyone feeling? Are you all right? I saw some of you get hit.
I will be
Yeah, she tried to kill me.
Oh, Bork, not the time.
Sure, it wasn't intentional. It was an accident.
I mean, I could have just stepped under it.
Bork,
But-
not the time.
Why
We
did you
need
have
to-
to string me on it?
Not the time, Bork. We need to find our missing party members as well as this little girl. We don't know where she is. She's our priority right now.
I suggest we climb over the rocks. I don't think we'll find them here.
Well, obviously.
So it's past this difficult terrain going over the rocks, but you just get over them pretty easy. Takes a little bit more time than it would normally.
That's fine.
You just get over the other side, and then I'm going to jump to
Fucking natural one.
Claravine.
Okay.
Abby and Elise have just blinked out of existence from beside you after you talk.
Mm-hmm.
The creature in the distance is kind of still hovering close to the ground. Its eyes are fixated upon you now, though. All the eyes in the tunnel around you seem to be focused on you, and you can hear the soft whispers of Asa Karum.
Okay. So that book that I got about demons and the 9 hells, there couldn't possibly be anything in that book that I might have read about this.
Give me a straight intelligence check.
Okay.
You-
Did
you
you
Heard of?
bung me over to her map? Sorry.
I'll throw you over.
Yeah.
There's not much to
I
see on
told
him.
you I'd forget
to
as
be fair.
well.
You have heard of the Abyssal. You're aware that there tends to be a lot of fiends and a lot of evil, corrupt entities there. You didn't quite get the chapter about what exactly you would encounter there. They're not good things, you know that much.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay, so there's writings on the wall, right?
There is.
In like languages that I cannot
it's
understand.
writing in the wall, but like it's kind of blood dripping down it also.
Is there any set pattern in the runes?
Give me an arcane check.
Okay. 20?
Look at it. At first, it doesn't seem like it because sometimes like the blood kind of overlaps it, and you've got to like almost push the blood out the way to understand some of it.
Mm-hmm.
But it does seem that the arcane symbols seem to be some kind of protection spell, which is a little bit unusual.
Okay. I want to touch the runes. Does anything happen?
You press your hand against it, nothing appears to happen.
Okay.
You notice like a coldness behind you. Do you kind of turn just in that general direction to look, and you can see another dark form beginning to just slowly creep out of the ground and pull itself up.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. Fuck. I don't know what else to do. Take out a dagger, prick my finger, and put my blood on the rune.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Okay. You place your finger upon it, and you hear the soft whisper of what you know to be the White Sister attempting to get through your mind, but it seems like something totally blocks it off for afterwards.
Oh no! Come back! But nothing else happens.
Nothing else happens.
Okay. I have her shard with me, so I'm just gonna hold it into my hand.
Okay. You notice as soon as you take the shard out that all the eyes on either side of you close.
Oh.
The creatures that were slowly starting to move towards you stop and freeze in place.
Oh.
And there is kind of a light kind of glow around you whilst you have the shard out in this place.
Sweet. Okay. I'm gonna start walking towards the first creature that appeared.
Okay.
With keeping the shard firmly in my hand, but like holding it out for it to see.
It doesn't move until you probably get within 20 feet of it, and then it slowly starts to back up, keeping its way from you. You do notice the one behind you begins to follow you, but it keeps about the same kind of distance from you also.
Okay. Cool.
Give me a perception check, though.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
You kind of keep an eye on these, very much aware that there's one behind you and one in front of you, kind of, glancing around. You notice that the runes on the wall seem to be changing as you go further down this corridor. Whereas the ones before talked more of protection, down here it seems more of, the words that you equate to it is deliverance.
Okay. I want to keep going. I want to keep walking.
I'm going to pause it there.
Okay.
And deal with Frank.
That was just pure silence from everybody else. We've never done that before, where it's pure silence.
Krag, meanwhile.
Where's Krag? I've lost Krag.
My situation is very, very stressful.
Krag,
delicate.
was sitting down on a bed next to Ia the last time I remembered before her eyes flashed red. And then a figure opened the door and walked in with a greatsword in his arms. It is a figure that he has came across a few times within his visions or his dreams, who silently taunts him in the dark. And just as he was drawing his greatsword, Abby and Elise decided to come for a visit. And
Yeah,
was getting
makes it even
existence
more-
behind him. So Krag, I need an initiative of you.
Yeah. And what does the room look like? It's just a normal room.
It is. It reminds you of your room in the tower, except it's slightly bigger. There's a
Okay.
bed and like general furniture, but there's nothing really.
Oh god, single digit.
Okay.
Yeah. How am I gonna deal with this? I have been thinking for a long time what I would do. But yeah.
Abby got terrible.
Oh god. What's gonna fucking happen?
So the figure moves towards you, Krag, and attacks.
Yeah, as expected.
So,
And I believe I already tried to speak with Grath and I couldn't hear anything, right?
you couldn't, and I cannot believe I just did that. Okay. So he comes towards you with his greatsword. His first attack just kind of swipes past you before he comes back, and his second one strikes straight at your chest.
Crit.
And it is a critical hit.
Oh
Yeah.
no!
Well, I know what I'm doing.
He's not raging.
No, I'm not.
So that's
I know what I'm doing. Next.
Sorry, I'm gonna shut up now.
I'm double checking something because. Okay. This. Oh god. Okay.
This is gonna hurt. Because I'm a low HP barbarian.
Yeah, it is. 9, 40, 33 damage.
33.
Shit.
Yes.
I'm at 6 hit points.
Oh,
Oh,
son of a
boy.
bitch.
That hurt.
You see ES step up and take out a dagger.
Oh, come on. Don't do this.
Elise is going to back away into the corner, very confused what's happening, and not quite sure what to do. Krag? ES seems to be staring at Elise. Krag,
I don't know what's going on, and he just hit me really hard, and I'm
He
about
did.
to go down. So the only thing, Krag would just fight back, and I'm gonna go use my last rage of the day
okay,
in a frenzy rage,
okay,
and just attack him twice, and that's all I can do.
okay.
Let's hope I hit.
They both hit.
Okay,
So,
49 damage.
he looks pretty damn damaged too.
Go down, please.
Oh my
And-
god, Abby, please do something.
Sorry, GM, but when do we get our extra attack in 5th edition?
Pardon?
I have to check if I already have a second attack, and if Frenzy adds a third one. I believe that's how it is, right?
I think Frenzy lets you use a bonus action to attack, but you have to use your bonus action to put your rage on.
Yeah, makes sense.
I believe.
I believe that's right, because I know I only make 2 attacks this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can. I think Frenzy allows you to use a bonus action to do an extra attack, but obviously the first time you've got to activate your rage, which is what your
Yeah.
bonus action is.
Yeah, that's right.
Abby is going to walk towards Elise and disappear.
Oh god, no!
Before Krag, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god. I don't know what's going on. Is it a fear effect?
No, it's not. Okay. You feel a wave of healing energy go over you.
Okay.
And You heal 10 hit points.
That's not a lot.
You probably don't notice it, but it is coming from Elise.
Yeah.
I'm
a bit busy right now to notice it.
The guy in front of you is going to attack again. You can see him under some kind of rage.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh god.
Okay. So the first one misses, the second one hits.
Uh-oh. At least I have resistance to the damage now. So there's that.
26 damage.
Divided by 2, that's 13. So that's 3 hit points I have left.
And yeah, okay, that'll do for now. Ia moves towards Elise. Give me a perception check, Greg. Disadvantage, because you may not notice this in the current situation.
I'm a bit distracted. 7.
Okay. You notice Elise struggles in the corner before she lets out a scream. What has happened? You're not totally sure. Okay, Krag, it is your turn.
Well, I gotta deal with this guy, first of all. I'm really focused on him. So I'm going to reckless attack and just attack him 3 times.
Okay.
So advantage on these, and he has advantage on the attack.
Okay, so last one doesn't hit. But 22 divided by 2, 11, 10. Galen.
That's my turn.
You see him go down, but then seem to get back up.
Oh,
Oh, he's got that thing
yeah.
that you have.
I know.
You see Abby reappear. And she seems to attack Ia. You don't see exactly what happens, but there is something
Going on there.
not going on there.
He has advantage on both these attacks, so this is gonna be fun.
His attack. +2. What is your AC?
15?
Okay, that one does hit then.
Oh god. No.
And the second one hits also.
I'm probably unconscious then.
That's not good.
Because the first one's gonna put me to 1 because of my racial, and then the second one's gonna knock me out.
Yeah, the first one's 22, so
1 hit point left.
19.
Yeah.
That
No, it
puts you
doesn't
out.
go over my total, so I'm good. Just unconscious.
Okay. Claravine, roll a d3 for me.
Oh god.
Okay. Give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Are we back to Claravine now?
Kind of. Okay.
Alright.
Claravine,
Cool.
Yeah.
you hear the White Sister's voice break through your mind before the shard in your hand becomes to glow very, very brightly, and you feel yourself being tugged away from where you are, and you find yourself at Elisa's side.
Oh my god.
Ia is standing right next to her with a dagger out.
Oh. Hell
Elise
no.
has blood pouring down her arm to the ground.
Welcome.
And Abby seems to be trying to protect her, but she doesn't have any physical form here, so she can't particularly, do you know what I mean? stop it. You notice that there is a large male in the center of the room with a great sword out, and it looks like he has Carafe in his arms as he stares down at a fallen crag.
Okay.
I swear to God, if he's dead.
I'm gonna try my best to push Ia away, and while I'm doing so, I want to cast Shocking Grasp on her.
Okay.
Because I can just see Elise is hurt, and she has a weapon.
Okay. Okay, so that hits. And you watch as Ia falls to the ground.
Fuck. Okay.
Give me an initiative roll.
Everything's fine. Everything's A-okay.
You notice the male on the center of the room picks up Carafe and begins to walk towards you. And he's going to attack Abby. Okay. You watch him swipe, and nothing happens the first time before the second one impacts, and you watch Abby scream and slowly disappear.
Okay.
He is down.
Okay.
It is your turn.
Oh, fuck. Is she completely gone by the time it's my turn? Or
Yeah.
is there any way I can, like, pull her back into the amulet?
Not in the current situation, no.
Okay. I show the guy the shard, and I just yell at him to get back.
He doesn't seem to have any reaction to the shard. I will let you do something else if you so choose.
Okay.
But you get the shard out, and he seems to just be staring at Elise. He doesn't even seem to be taking any notice at all of you.
I stand right in front of Elise, and I get ready to attack. I hold my action until he gets within melee range of me.
Okay, so you step in front of her there, basically.
Yeah.
Then he will be in melee range with you then.
Okay. Well, I will wait. Yeah. Okay. Can I make another attack?
Yes.
Or will I? Okay.
Because
it.
I give you that as a reaction when you first loaded into the
Okay.
area.
Okay.
We went to initiative.
All right. I will just cast Shocking Grasp again.
Okay. You watch that impact, and he falls to the ground also. Krag, I need a death saving throw for you,
Death
please.
saving throw, yeah.
Don't roll a 1.
It's single digit. It's a 3.
Not a 1 though.
That's a failure.
Okay, so that's
Still
a
a
fail.
fail.
Not
It's
a 1.
not a 1, yeah.
Ugh.
Alright.
Elise grabs her arm, and Claravine, she runs past you towards
What?
Krag.
Okay.
Krag, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Six.
Okay. You feel in your unconscious state somebody calling out to you, and you can hear Elise's voice calling you. Before you begin to wake up, you have 1 hit point.
Oh god.
Elise is kind of leaned over you as you come to, and she's like poking at your face. Krag, wake up!
I have a hole in my chest. and I'm really tired. 1 level of exhaustion.
Yes, indeed.
I'm gonna get up and go look at this guy. It's like,
Okay.
probably notice that he has
Combat is
Carafe.
over.
The first thing I want to do is just get Carafe and then check if he has anything to tell me who he is.
Craft doesn't speak to you. And when you first pick him up, there is a weird feeling about him.
Oh god damn it. And whenever I notice Ia, I would go over to her and check if she's okay and what's wrong with her.
Give me investigation. 2 investigations, 1 for him, 1 for her. What are you doing, Claravine?
I am running over to Elise.
Okay.
Those are with disadvantage because I have a thing. So yeah, 5
Yeah.
and 7.
Okay. You check over the body of the male. He appears to be a lot like the male that you've been seeing in your visions. He does have a mask on though. You kind of try to take the mask off, but you can't. It doesn't matter how hard you try. It seems to be almost like permanently attached to his face. You check over him. The only thing he has on him is a greatsword, and looking at it, it looks very much like craft.
I'm gonna. Well, first I have to check on Ia because I already did that, but I will eventually touch the sword and try and speak to it and see if it's Karath.
Okay. You go over to Ia. You check her over, but the more time you spend looking at it, the more sure that you are that this is not Ia.
Yeah. Yep. Then I'll check on the sword and see if that's Karath.
You pick up the sword and you get the same feeling as the other. There's something not right.
Damn it! Well, that's what I'm gonna be investigating that. Claravine can do first thing.
Elise kind of looks up at you, Claravine, as you come over.
Oh my god, are you okay?
And she just like holds up her hand that's bleeding. I think I'm bleeding, Miss Claravine.
Okay, it's okay. I don't have any potions, so I'm just gonna tear off a piece of my robe and wrap it around her hand just to dress the wound.
Give me a medicine check.
Okay.
Please don't get a 1, because it would be hilarious, but...
Natural 20!
Opens the wound. Oh no.
So you managed to stop all bleeding, and you can see that it slowly stopped the bleeding. You've managed to tighten to the point where there's not going to be any more damage from it. And it seems to have calmed Elise also. She doesn't seem to be quite as panicked as she was before.
Just patting her head, making sure that she calms down. Elise, did you see where Abby went? Is she with you?
I thought the bad man hurt her.
Can I try to see if somehow she got into the amulet, or try to let her out if she's in there?
You open the amulet, nothing happens. You do not feel a connection to Abby that you had when she was in the locket in the past.
Welp.
Meanwhile, our
Claravine
epic
throws a
group
tantrum.
of adventurers have managed to get over some rocks.
Progress, yeah.
Before everyone runs away, Katya's gonna say, "Could we maybe sit for about 10 minutes, just in case something else happens? I can heal everyone a little bit."
I would not object to a short rest.
That might be a good idea.
Not that I've got any hit dice left to use, but
I could say a prayer. It takes like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
would
the
heal.
prayer of healing would not be a short rest. A short rest is
Yeah, I mean, we could short rest if you want, but
if you don't have hit dice, then it probably isn't the best idea. You're just wasting time at that point.
yeah. I'll just, if you guys are okay,
I
just
don't know.
take
I mean, because if I take a short rest, I get both my action surge and second wind back.
That's
Second
fine if
wind
you want
can
to do
heal me
that.
within combat. So
If you're doing that, you'll need to decide because it will change what's happening in the other room.
I mean,
Because
if you guys
is
would
that-
rather,
Are you
would
having a
rather
short rest
press
for an
on.
hour? It gives them a lot more time to try and figure out a way to get back to you. If you know what I mean.
I'm happy to take a short rest.
Yeah, same here.
Okay then. So if you want to do your prayer healing, get your feel free to. And you want to spend hit dice, feel free to.
Okay.
I think I've got 1 hit dice left. Thinking about it, let me check.
Have a look at your character sheet.
Yeah,
So-
I've got 1 hit dice left.
Okay then. So I'm gonna go back to the other group then whilst you are doing whatever you are doing on your short rest because you now have an hour where yous are just sitting down in a corridor. So Krag, Claravine, at least yous are sitting in this room. As yous are sitting, Claravine, you hear the soft whispers that you experienced when you were in the corridor earlier. And Krag, the woman that you were talking to earlier appears.
Yep. I turn to Claravine and Alyssa and I say, what are you doing here? I point to the figure and I say, she brought me here. It was a game, as she called it.
Claravine, you didn't see anybody.
Oh,
I was about to ask you the same thing. How did we end up here, first of all? And who?
I don't
the hell
know.
you
Right
went-
now, just give me a second. I gotta go talk to her. And I go
Okay.
stand 10 feet away from her,
You
I guess.
Very close eye on
Yeah.
that.
Yes.
Be rude to call it an it.
That's what she's like. That picture gives her a lot more just.
That's so creepy.
Yeah, her.
She kind of settles in front of you and kind of looks over you. So you passed, did you, warrior?
I guess I passed whatever game this was.
She moves forward towards you, and she reaches out a hand towards you, and she presses it to your shoulder. You killed my champion. You shall take his place then.
Shit!
What?
I will say, I'm gonna say, that was not the deal. Was I not to get out of here?
I will
Back
release you
to
from
my-
this place. I did
Fine,
not
then.
say all the terms of the deal today.
Fine. You are right. Should have asked. So, what do you want from me, the champion, or whatever I am?
All will reveal itself in time. And a black pulse vein begins to travel down your shoulder.
Mm,
And Krag disappears.
see ya.
I still can't see anything. Can
Nope.
I?
After a few minutes, you do notice a figure is like turning to leave the room. It's more like a corner of the eye kind of thing. You
Hey!
can't see her full name.
Who are
Um,
you?
Give me a wisdom save. You make out the figure, but you can't figure out exactly what she is. It seems kind of wispy and kind of willowy compared to, and like you can. It reminds you a lot of when you first met Abby. You see the figure kind of pause, like in the doorway to leave this area.
What did you do with my friend?
And you hear just in the back of your mind the words, I released him. His rage shall fall upon the world.
Is that you, Riviera?
That is one of many names.
How do we get out?
Why did you not ask my sister? Has she abandoned you?
Oh, she
I just-
hasn't. She will soon enough. She'll abandon you soon enough.
You watch her form just disappear.
Just fucked up that
God
whole
damn it,
save
GM.
too.
God damn it. I just found out what you made me do.
Yeah. Yeah. We're mortal enemies now.
Claravine doesn't know. And Krag doesn't really know.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
No.
I'm a champion of some demon or something. I don't know.
You're a warlock barbarian is basically what just happened.
Yeah,
What
basically.
the fuck? Oh my god, this is gonna be interesting, to say the least.
It's something
That's
Krag
even
can
better
fight
though.
against. It's not a set in stone thing, so
Okay.
depends on how Krag deals with it. Krag was the most logical out of all years to become
Yeah.
susceptible to Riviera's corruption, to be honest, because he has
Yeah.
rage in him, which is what she is based on, is rage and destruction.
Yeah, I am still chaotic.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's a few people who are chaotic in the group.
Elise, are you okay now?
So what are you doing, Caroline?
I'm making sure Elise is okay.
She seems totally fine. She doesn't seem to have noticed the female. If anything, she's giving you a strange look, like you were talking to Finna.
I'll do that a lot. Don't worry. I hold out the shard. Elise, hold my hand, please.
Okay.
And then
She grabs your hand.
I close my eyes. And I say, can you get us out, please? Bring us back to our friends. Bring Abby back.
Caroline, you watch as Elise reaches her hand out the shard, and from Elise's mouth, she says, "All you had to do was ask."
You have got to be kidding me right now.
The gods work in mysterious ways.
The group of yous settled down just past the rocks, talking, when Krag suddenly appears, to the side of you, is pretty beat up, injured, blood probably curling down his chest still, a wound still in his chest as he tries to hold it. You all notice like a black vein is pulsing down his neck also.
Katya? Some help over here, maybe?
I'm gonna go over to him.
Okay.
And
Medicine check.
yeah, and like check him over, especially the black vein seems
Okay.
new to me, so
So give me a medicine check.
No, I'm gonna say to myself, guess she did honor her deal then.
wait, you made a deal? Who honored their deal?
Made a deal with some thing that seemed pretty powerful. I
Oh.
don't really know.
No.
I had to play
way.
her game and she let me come back. That's basically it.
Well, I guess at least you're back.
He's pretty injured, Katya. You know that the vein is something you've never came across. It's something that you might have to study and take the time. Right now, it's not the best situation, and
Yeah.
he seems to be bleeding out.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on him.
Okay.
And I guess
Yeah.
we'll figure out the vein thing and this deal thing later.
While this is happening,
Mhm.
can I, if possible, just sort of walk round behind Asha
Mhm.
and look on the back of her neck if I can see any tattoo or symbol there?
Okay. Give me a perception check and a stealth check.
Fucking. Okay, perception.
See if you manage to have any kind of subterfuge doing this.
Okay, so it's 18 for perception, and I get disadvantage on my stealth rolls.
I'm not going to give you a disadvantage, but it doesn't really matter.
I
You
fail that
quite
anyway.
obviously get up and walk around and like stare at her back of her neck. She has 3 tattoos across her back of her neck.
3.
Three symbols.
Does one of them match the ones that Bork showed me before?
No, it does not.
Son of a bitch. It's worth a try.
He's not part of the Red Sister cult. The 3 symbols seem arcane to you, Jennavyr, but that's as far as you can understand them.
Yeah, I'm not an arcane magic user.
Squiggly light in that Bork and Claravine and Alina do sometimes, but you're not sure of the squiggly writing really.
I might make a note to ask her once we're out of this fucking place.
So Katya's knelt down, his health touched Krag, healed him slightly. So you heal 15, Krag. Not soon after that, Claravine, Elise, and Abby appear to the side of yours. Elise and Claravine grab onto Richard. Abby is behind them. Her actual figure is a lot lighter than it has been in the past. And Claravine, she's not a solid form to you anymore. She's back into her ghost form when you look at her.
What happened to all of you? Are you
Oh
alright?
my god, I'm back. And I go and I hug Jennavyr.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Hi.
Oh, I thought I was going to die.
Choking, not breathing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
And like copying that, Elise runs over to you, Katya, and just like hugs you.
I will hug her tightly.
I'm gonna ask Claravine, wait, you also disappeared?
Krag, I was in the same room as you.
You were. You weren't. It's some illusion? I thought you were part of her game.
Who? Hold on. Stop. Krag, who are you talking to?
I don't know. I give a rough description of what she looked like, and I say, we made a deal. I played her game, and she let me come back to you. She brought me back to you.
You never really saw the figure that you talked to, so you're not sure if it's the same one, but I mean, you could make that assumption if you think Claravine would jump to that assumption.
Assuming that she was the last person I saw after Krag disappeared. What was the deal, Krag?
I played her game, and she brought me back to you guys. That's the deal I made.
That was it.
Apparently there was some other thing that she didn't tell me about, and she told me I'd find out soon. So there's that.
This might not be good.
I want to take a blanket out of the bag of holding and put it round Elise, just to like keep her warm, keep her calm.
Okay. She kind of takes it from you and like wraps it around herself and kind of just look. Are we getting out of this place? Are we staying here?
We need to check for traps first, I think, is our main priority, and then yes, we will be seeking our way out.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
okay.
I also want to think to Karath and see if he's still not responding.
You get 2 voices responding to you.
Oh God! Wait, so I have
Wow.
both the swords I grabbed?
Yeah, you both the
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 2 Karafs. Karaf 1 and Karaf 2.0.
The swords seem to be arguing over you in your mind.
Oh God! And what are the arguments?
There is a basic argument: he's mine, not yours.
Fuck.
That is the general argument which is occurring in your head, and they seem to both dislike the other one being around.
This really reminds me of Thing 1 and Thing 2 from Cat in the Hat.
That's kind of what's happening in his head
Yeah.
right now.
So I guess I would be looking like left and right, like with the swords, like, what's going on?
They both claim to be your original craft, also.
Oh God, no! Do they sound the same?
They do.
Fuck. Oh God. I'm gonna tell the group and say, guys, I need help.
I have
Point.
an idea. I
Pointing
have
at
an
the swords.
idea.
Hold on a second. Craig, I hate to break your internal monologue, but that woman that you spoke to, if that's the same woman that I saw, then that was Riviera, the Red Sister.
The Red Sister?
Mhm.
Why would she bother with me? Wait. Krag just thinks for a bit. Yeah, this kind of makes sense now.
I look at Abby, and first of all, I want to see her reaction
Okay.
to me saying that, and then I want to ask her what she knows about the Red Sister.
Give me an insight check. And then a persuasion check.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Good.
Abby doesn't seem surprised. Abby kind of tilts her head to the side. Riviera likes to play games. She likes to turn people against one another. It's what she does. She's
Clarifying.
Yeah.
Can you just turn around for a second? And I want to lift up her hair and look at the back of her neck.
okay. Give me a give me a second.
I'm so confused right now.
What the fuck am I gonna do with Grath 1 and 2? What the fuck am I gonna do?
No, technically, only me and Bork know about this right now.
Okay.
Jennavyr, want Grath?
Give
Two of them.
me investigation check, Jennavyr. You do not see anything there.
Am I seeing her do this?
You're seeing her do this, yeah.
Yeah, Bork would know why I'm doing it.
I take it I don't see anything either, like looking from where I am.
You would have to look differently because Claravine's taller than you, so
Yeah.
and Jennavyr is currently behind her, so
Mm.
you would
No, I
have to.
wouldn't
Well,
walk
Bork, all you've got to do is ask, and I can hold her hair out of the way for you and move out of the way.
Yes, but I wouldn't do that.
What is going on? Why is there something on me? And I start touching the back of my neck.
Claravine, the
Give me an investigation check with disadvantage, Claravine.
Okay.
people that attacked us in the house, they had symbols on the backs of their necks.
You feel something strange on the back of your neck, Claravine.
Would you like me to take a look?
Sure. And I'll crouch down so Bork can take a look.
Give me another roll, Bork, since you've got advantage on this. Okay. I think you had advantage. It's a good thing you had 21 first, right?
Yeah.
You look, and the symbol that you saw in the house is on the back of Claravine's neck.
Well, I would share that with Jen first.
Jen, you look, and you can't see it.
Bork, I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
Bork, there is illusion magic at work. You're very much aware of that.
Well, it's covered up by an illusion, but it's there.
Jennavyr, if you put your hand out and actually touch it, you can feel it, though. On
Whoa.
your neck.
What is this thing on my neck right now? I don't understand.
Bork, do you know what the symbols were on the necks of the people that attacked us? Do you know what they represent?
Weren't they from the Red Sister?
What?
No. I think I'm confusing the symbols, because...
Can I do an intelligence check to see if I remember?
yeah, I'll do the same.
Sure. Maybe you
like...
It seems somebody needed to rewatch the last episode.
I was listening to it last night, but I was thinking of other stuff I needed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I was listening to the last 5 minutes.
Asha, can you see this on the back of her neck?
Asha comes over and... Yes, it's very strange.
What does it mean?
I'm not sure.
Could someone maybe draw a picture or something so I can see what's on me?
That'd be Bork, because he's the only one that can see it right now.
Picture. I'll draw a picture. I'm good at drawing pictures.
I hope.
That would be almost a saving throw, but no.
Let's just go with a straight dex check to see how well you can.
My skillful drawing.
Oh boy.
Okay. It's pretty bare minimalist kind of drawing, but you get the idea of what it is. It is a circle with like let's see, a triangle and a fire in it. From his image, that's what you get anyway.
Do any of the rest of us recognize that symbol?
No.
We need to get out of here.
I agree.
Yeah. I want to sort of squeeze past everyone, excuse me, pardon me, and check for traps.
Before we go on, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on Krag again.
Okay.
And I'm also gonna give Jennavyr.
I'm up to full health. I'm good.
I'm not healing you. I'm giving you
Okay.
my greater healing potion.
Thank you. Love you.
Since apparently I'm the only one who has one.
Yeah.
I'm the only one who can heal.
Okay. I need to write
Oh.
that in.
Krag is gonna give up and just say, "Okay, that's enough." Actually, say it out loud, and then start thinking to himself, "The two swords. Where? Okay, first one of you. I gotta distinguish you two. Do you have an idea?"
I have an idea of how we might be able to distinguish the two.
Where were you on the night of the 21st in May?
No, what I want to do... Oh, I don't know if this is going to work, though. Krag, can you put both of them behind your back? Just for now.
Yeah, that's where they would be right now.
Okay.
Alex.
Oh, see, I don't know how I'm going to do this without checking for traps beforehand.
Well, I'm asking the swords right now, like asking the swords that one of you say something I don't know, like distinguish you two.
Well, no, because only one of them has taken my blood. If it's taken my blood, it can find me.
Yeah, but right now I just want to know the difference because the voice is the same for both of them. I just want one of them to.
Yeah, but you will find out which one is yours if it can locate the one someone.
No, but I don't want to find out which one's mine right now. I just want to be able to distinguish them somehow.
All right. Okay.
Voice
My
wise.
bad, I misunderstood. It's a good idea though.
They they come to the agreement that one of them will be called left and one of them will be called right
Oh, God damn it.
until
Lefty and righty.
Can you do
until
something
you
about the voice, or maybe say something before you speak? Say something. Say your name before you speak.
they will say left or right before they speak.
Okay,
Holy shit.
that's good.
These are like
That
this is
might
like
not
the
help
devil and
Krag
angel in your
since he
shoulders.
probably has to hold up his hands to remember which one's left and right.
Yeah, I know, but it's
But-
better than just guessing. Like, is this you?
Don't
No,
swap
oh, fuck.
hands
Is it
or it'll
my
get
right or
confusing.
your right?
And they might still play tricks on you.
I know. That's something at least.
Yep.
Now I'm gonna ask. So, where did I meet you? Which one of you at a time, please.
Which one
Right.
first?
Right. As I put my hand on it.
Drovia, as they say.
Okay.
Bastards. Yeah, you're right. Fine, you could both stay with me for now.
Oh my god, this is gonna end so bad.
Call him now today, and I'll throw in not one talking sword, but two.
Just like, fine, I have 2 talking swords now. This is fine.
For the cheap price of your own soul.
I'm not the
Yeah.
only one. Yay.
Anyway, yeah, I
think
want to
like
check.
3 or 4 years have now made deals with things that you don't understand.
I know.
I
Yeah.
need another.
I'm
I
gonna step
Fine.
for a
Jennavyr
couple
and Katya are the only ones that haven't.
No, in theory I have.
Yeah, you have
He's
actually.
dead.
Katya's the only one that hasn't then.
Yeah.
Yeah, want to make a deal with
And
you?
then even that is
Considering everything.
debatable, to be fair.
Yeah.
it's
Just
Anyway,
makes
I
sense.
wanna.
She kind of made a deal with the 5 knives. Not quite a soul, but a deal nonetheless.
Step right below it.
Yeah. I wanna check for traps
Okay,
Yeah, can I look too?
as we move forward.
sure.
Yeah, I'd help out.
Okay. So whoever's leading the way can give me perceptions. Okay.
Never mind. I'm not doing shit.
Stretch of corridor and you are both pretty sure that there is no traps along the stretch of corridor at all.
Claravine, keep hold of Elise's hand.
I am never letting go. I put the shard back in my pocket.
Okay.
I never let go, Jack. I never let go.
I want to make sure Abby's close by too.
And then what did she do? She let go.
He was dead.
I want to keep an eye on Asher as well. Like every now and again, just sort of look behind me to see if she's still there.
She's more at the back, but she is following you.
Because I don't want a repeat of last time.
He's just left there.
This is
Yeah.
a long
Yeah.
corridor. They're all empty.
I know, this is a long freaking corridor.
Is
Is this one of those never-ending corridors?
maybe.
We just keep going in a circle.
It literally just leads back to where we came from.
Is it just a plain-looking
Oh.
hallway?
Ah. Ooh.
Whoa, okay.
What?
Um,
Oh god, we all went to the same plane of existence.
Well, notice that the
Oh.
disruption is a walk in, but then you're just back the corridor.
I think something just happened.
I agree.
Can I look around to see if anything seems different or
With your natural 20, I'll use that for both you and Bork. This corridor looks identical.
okay?
Oh.
You maybe think that some kind of teleportation happened, but you're not 100% sure.
I would share that suspicion with the other mages in the group.
With the other mages, why don't you just
Well-
tell it to everybody?
Well, I wouldn't bring it up with Krag probably, because he'd try to chop my head off. I'd mention it to Ash as well.
Okay, I didn't do this last time. I want to do it this time. Is there anything that I could maybe investigate on the walls to see if there's any special hidden runes or panels or
Yeah,
something?
I was literally gonna
Give me
say the same.
What was that? Investigation?
investigation. Anybody who wants to. Bork,
Nope.
Why not with my bonus one?
Katya. Everybody except for Krag can give me an arcane check, actually, because... No, wait a minute. Jennavyr, you didn't take the arcane.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, I wouldn't be able to.
Krag, Jennavyr...
Can I do it just for shits and giggles to see if I get a natural 20?
You can, if you want. Krag can do the same thing, but...
No,
Yeah.
I'm thinking about stuff and things. I'm busy.
You'll your sword, trying to have it,
I
like...
mean, because I do still cast magic from being a tiefling, so just on the off chance.
That's slightly different. That is an innate ability, whereas this is more a studied thing. Claravine, Bork, and Asher all feel some kind of pulse of magic deeper down. And it's the first time that you've came across it. You can feel it kind of like a pulse in the distance. That seems to be a steady pulse in the distance. If that makes sense.
Does Asher look worried by it at all?
She doesn't. She seems intrigued by it.
Okay.
I don't think that's very healthy for
Is there a
us.
way we can sense if it's good or bad or neutral?
You feel strangely drawn to it, Claravine.
Of course I do.
Getting deja vu.
It reminds you quite a bit of the same kind of pulse and energy that you first encountered in the White Sister's Temple. You
Oh.
encountered.
Okay.
And you are aware that these tunnels are said to lead to a chapel.
Yeah. I don't think this is bad. I think this is the way we were supposed to go.
Shall we keep going?
I don't really think there's any way to go but forward.
Okay, I want to let everyone pass me, and I want to walk with Asher.
Okay.
Seems to be some kind of room over here.
Let's see. Why? No, I don't want to edit the token. Oh my god, what the fuck is going on?
Is this door open?
It is locked. It seems to have runes on it. And it reminds you of when you first entered the first White Sister Chapel. And you had to see something to enter.
I still
Never
got
mind.
that. Hold on, I gotta look in the notes. Gotta look in the notes. Where is it?
I remembers, but I is dumb.
Locations? No. I don't know where it is in these notes.
Is there a needle? Someone in the door? GM?
There is not.
Oh, really?
It was like that prayer that
Yeah, there was also the prayer. Yeah.
I don't have the prayer written down. I
Hold on.
I
found it. The opening ritual.
Yep.
Okay. I cleanse myself of all selfishness, resentment, critical feelings for my fellow beings, self-condemnation, and misinterpretation of my life experiences. I bathe myself in generosity, appreciation, praise, and gratitude for my fellow beings, self-acceptance, and enlightened understanding of my life experiences.
As soon as you come to the end of that, the door opens.
Yeah.
You step inside what looks to be a large room. There is bookshelves, there is some scrolls, there seems to be some kind of
Stop him!
altar like shrine areas. There's candles that kind of flicker to life around the room, and it's like little pockets of light. you notice a large doorway, and in front of the doorway is 2 statues that remind you of the statues that you encountered when you first met the White Sister.
I yell from the back of the group, Bork, don't touch anything!
I'm just looking!
We don't know if there's traps.
I will also look at the books. No touching, though.
What
Okay.
maniac would trap a bookshelf?
Person who likes books.
You.
Yeah, person who likes books.
Can I look around the room to just see if there's anything dangerous or any traps or anything?
Everyone give me perception or investigation. Anybody else doing anything in particular? I know.
Reading over the titles in the bookshelf, trying to
Okay.
find anything of interest.
Give me a perception
wanna-
check for you, then Bork too.
I will
I
be
want to
doing.
see if
I would actually do the same. Look at the titles
Okay.
of the books.
Give me 2 intelligence checks of advantage.
Me?
Oh.
Mhm.
Intelligence. There's 2 of them. That advantage did not help.
I did on the
Okay.
second one.
Yeah, natural 20.
you got a natural 20.
Okay. What is Claravine doing?
I'm gonna talk with Elise.
Okay.
Have you been here before?
No. This is not the way we usually go to the chapel. There's usually like a grate, and we go down the grate, and it enters straight into the main chapel entrance. Like it's a corridor, and then it goes into the main chapel. But maybe this connects to it. Maybe it's past the door or something.
Like a back room?
Well, Mum always said this was like a safety way to get there. It's not the main way.
Alright.
When people needed to hide, they used to come down this way, I think.
I see. And I'll just walk with her around the room and I'll take a look at everything. I want to come over here specifically.
Okay, so I'll place you over there, and at least
Does
with you.
Asher enter the room?
She has not yet.
I'm going to stay with her and see if she enters the room.
Okay.
I have a suspicion that she won't.
Okay. Katya, you look around. You cannot see anything that seems dangerous or seems to going to have a negative effect on anything. The only thing that draws your attention are the 2 statues at the door. They both have long, shiny swords in their hands.
Okay.
Those are the
I'll
only
just-
thing that you could see possibly becoming an issue. If
I'll
somebody
just tell everyone I don't see anything dangerous in here. I think maybe it's okay to look around.
Bork, you look over the books. A lot of them seem to be mundane kind of novels, rather than books that really interest you. You find a few storybooks that talk about dragons, which dragons always interest you. So
Well, I mean, she said it was okay to look around, so I'd probably maybe pick him up and go through him
okay.
slightly.
You do notice that there is a book on the abyssal also in here.
That would have been handy 2 weeks ago.
Bag, looking around, you find a few bookshelves. One of your swords seems to be very, very interested in a book that is laying on top of one of the bookshelves. And you hear this, we can use that when we go to the 9 hells, Krag.
I will look at the title of the book and pick it up.
And it is called The Lords of the 9 Hells.
Good job. Which one was this that helped?
At the same time, they both say left, right.
Oh, motherfucker! Krag just puts his hand to his head. Oh my god. It's
Because I'm not in the room, I want to sort of call out, did anyone find anything?
I will say, yeah, just give me a sec, and I'm gonna think to the swords.
Do I
You guys
notice
want it?
Krag holding a book?
Oh, you do.
What are you doing with that, you barbarian?
I like to read too, sometimes. And I'm gonna think the swords while
A
he's
moment of
coming towards you.
silence, and then Bork says, I didn't know you could read.
A few languages. And I want to think to the swords. I'm guessing you guys want this knowledge, don't you?
Someone else does as well, and she's standing outside the room.
Both
I'm
of
just-
them
I'm just
and at the
thinking.
same time, yes to you, Krag.
Mm.
Maybe I could look through that first?
I'm not a big reader, so yeah, you can read it. But could I have it back after you're done?
Sure. Maybe I can make you a copy.
Nah, he'll be fine. And I hand him the book.
Carefully take
Your
the-
swords begin to argue in your mind about you giving this book to the wizard.
He'll give it. I'm thinking to the swords. He'll give it back if he doesn't.
They don't believe you. They
ask.
believe that the wizard is a barbarian that burns books.
Oh fuck! I'm gonna speak up to Bork. Bork, you're not gonna burn that book, are you?
I stare at Krag. I am not going to burn this book. How could you even come to think of such a monstrosity?
Krag,
Monstrosity.
what did you find?
I found a book about the 9 hells, and I'm, by the way, flashback to when he burned the book, and I say, I'm a bit worried. You did burn a book once.
You found a book about the nine hells.
Yeah, the Lord 9 hells.
Give it here. I need it.
Bork has it
I'll
now.
read it through.
Asha seems to be paused at the doorway, Jennavyr. Before she glances at you. I believe this is where we end our journey.
That's what I figured. Do you know how you're going to get out of here?
I have my ways.
As long as you know you can get back safely.
I can get back safely.
I don't
Unfortunately, the way I would travel is something I can only do alone, though.
I don't hear this,
Okay,
do I, GM?
If you... Does he hear this? Probably not, because we're
Probably
on
not
the
how
other side of
far
the
away
door.
you are.
Pretty far. They're outside the room.
I'm guessing you're heading back to the tower?
I will end up there, yes.
Tell Alina I'll check in with her with the stone as soon as I can.
She gives you a nod. Let's see, you can't even do that. I'd say she needs to roll to see if she can do it. Lovely.
Travel safe, Asher. Nothing happens.
I sure travel safe.
Also,
Bork! Give me that book!
She
GM,
turns into gas in front of you,
It wasn't me, I swear.
and then just it starts to like the misty kind of gas just seems to disappear.
Stay safe, Asher.
so
Bork, give me that damn book!
just
I'll
one
give
thing.
it to you when I'm done with it.
So the swords, I'm guessing, would still argue over giving the book, and I'm gonna just end the argument by saying, so wait, if he makes a copy, you can both have the book, okay? One for each.
You can't have the copies. It has to be the original.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You are aware of this because you have said this to them before.
Yeah, god damn it.
Copy will not work for their knowledge base.
Who's the one that's just... Bork, who's the one that's essentially freaking selling her soul to goddamn death?
How many books have you
Give
read?
me the book.
You'd probably hold it upside down trying to read it.
Claravine,
I'm rolling my eyes at their bickering. I'm looking at these things.
Yeah. You see that these look like to have been kind of shrines to altars to the White Sister. There's kind of melted candle wax on each side of them. It seems like somebody's used these pretty recently.
Okay.
So it seems like somebody still worships you.
Is there anything else around the room that looks like it's been disturbed recently?
Um,
Besides what everyone else has been looking at?
this general room seems that somebody's been in it. It seems kind of like there is still layers of dust on some things. Like some things have obviously just been left, but it seems like somebody's been through here and seems to probably have been at least using this place to worship to some extent, or to pray to some extent. You do notice in one of the corners it looks like maybe people have put like down sleeping bags or the equivalent blankets and such to sleep at some point.
Okay. What is this right here?
It's a cupboard.
I want to walk over to that and start taking a look at what might be inside.
Inside you find clothes. Women's clothes, men's clothes, children's clothes, various sizes, various styles. It seems kind of maybe if this is a getaway spot, then do you know what I mean? It's being set up to supply people with stuff that they need in times of need.
So it is evident that people are still using this.
It seems like probably a few days to a week ago it was last used from.
Okay, so Elise has got one of the blankets from the bag of holding. There's 2 more blankets in there. Can I put the last 2 blankets from the bag of holding into the cupboard?
If you want to, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't see any other reason we'd need them.
Okay.
Go up to these 2 statues. Oi! Do either of you 2 talk?
Not even respond to you.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, I have 1 blanket left. Whoops.
I love how Claravine's first response is, do you guys talk? Perhaps, maybe?
Would you like
It
my
worked
soul?
last time, right?
But no, neither of them talk.
And does it look like they're specifically covering up a walkway or a doorway?
There is a door behind them. It's quite obvious. You look at the statues, it looks like they are set in stone, but it looks like the 2 stone pieces probably like part to open the way to the doorway. That makes sense.
Are there any cracks in the door?
No.
Balls.
Can I like?
I pull out the shard and hold it up.
You say the statues seem to shift slightly, but they do not move out the way totally.
Ew.
Everybody give me a perception check or investigation. Either will work in this situation.
20!
Okay.
Damn, Bork! On point today.
So all these except for Krag, notice that there is a switch on one of the side of the walls that looks pretty used. Bork spent a little bit of time investigating. He is totally sure that using the switch will force the 2 statues to move out the way and also open the door.
I would also flip the switch on concluding that.
Okay. Krag, you've still got those 2 damn swords that won't shut the hell up in your head.
Oh my god. What are they discussing? Still the book?
Yep.
And I have no idea.
Those are very happy.
I'm thinking like, which one am I going to give the book to?
So you use open the door and you revealed a corridor. I'm gonna say Elise stays kind of close to you because she's still a bit.
Yeah.
You see a corridor. At the end of it, there looks to be a kind of a light with a pool of water. Reminds you a lot of the pool of water that made you change different colours.
Oh, cool.
Like, and the hallway
That was
seems
a
to split
bit.
off to the left and right.
First things first, let's not split the party.
Do both hallways look identical? Like, do they both maybe turn at the same, like, leading the same way, or?
One turns to the left, one turns to the right. They both just seem to be. They both have doors on them, so. The one on the left seems to be a simple wooden door over here. Wrong fucking there. Over here is just a simple wooden door, whereas the one over here is a solid iron door.
Should we go easy before we go hard? I point at the wooden door.
Yeah.
Sure.
Katya, can you tell anything about that water? If it's like holy water or something?
Can I tell anything about the water? Water.
What you doing to try and attempt to?
Does it seem, because I know there was that one time we needed to like wash our hands in order to like progress in a place. Does it seem like it might be used
Yeah.
for this?
It could be, is what you come across. It seems to have some kind of magical property.
Okay.
Um,
Katya's gonna try to wash her hands in it and see if anything happens.
You wash your hands in it, and Katya disappears.
Oh my God.
Son of a bitch! Abby, any ideas?
I was about to ask her the same damn thing.
This is why we're best friends.
Maybe she'll come back?
At least you're still not familiar with this.
Don't move, guys.
No?
And I go and wash my hands too.
Because that worked out so well last time.
Jennavyr disappears also.
I don't want her to be by herself.
Katya and
more
Jennavyr,
thinking
you
about-
find yourself in a corridor. At the end of the corridor is a wooden door. You hear voices on the other side.
I'm gonna go towards it.
Okay.
Well, I'm
gonna stay where I am because fucking disadvantage on stealth.
Are you stealthing, Katya?
Nah, Katya probably wouldn't. She's probably just no, she would. She's scared.
Which is why I'm not moving.
Okay, so give me your stealth check. I believe you have advantage. Yep.
Yeah.
So you move pretty quietly towards the door.
And I would like to listen to what the voices are saying.
Okay. You listen. There seems to be some kind of discussion about whether or not it's safe to stay here, is what the general gist of the conversation you get. There seems to be a male and a female. They seem to be discussing whether or not this place is being breached or whether they need to move on to somewhere else.
Okay. I'm gonna like creep back to Jennavyr and tell her that.
Okay.
Can we feel Claravine's bond thing?
Uh,
Can you feel me?
you get the general feeling of worry, but other than that,
Okay, I want to exude a feeling of confidence and curiosity. See if she notices.
give me a performance check.
Oh.
Okay,
Performing if
Oh
I
my
could
God.
feel it.
okay, alright.
So yes, you get this feeling, Claravine, of confidence and reassurance almost.
Is there a
And you're
general
aware it's not your
direction
feeling.
where this
You just
is
know
coming
it's not
from?
your feeling.
Okay.
So you assume it's either Jennavyr or Katya, since you know that.
Hee hee hee.
Well,
You're welcome.
shit, I really don't want to leave those two alone with the boys.
What happens if I try and go back, or is it just a wall there?
There is a wall, but there is runes carved in on it.
Too bad I don't understand them.
Katya's came back to you by this point.
Unless I recognise any of them, which I probably don't.
One of them is the symbol for the White Sister.
Ooh.
You're aware of that.
I'm intrigued to find out what would happen if I touched it, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
Do I recognize anything about the runes? Probably not, but worth a shot.
You're aware of the White Sister symbol, and give me an Arcana check.
Yeah, it's gonna go great. All right, let's see.
Well, at least we're on the same plane as everyone else.
That's really a good sign.
Looking at the runes, there is the symbol of the White Sister, and there is one that seems to say entrance, and one that seems to say exit, or the equivalent of.
Okay.
Excuse me.
Too
much
water. The other side of that door. I will point them out to Jennavyr. This one looks like it says entrance, and this one might be exit. I don't know what that means, though.
I touched the one that says entrance.
Okay. Jennavyr disappears. Katya.
Oh, son of a
Shush,
bitch! I did the
Jennavyr.
wrong one.
Shush.
Oh god, I'm so
Katya.
scared.
Katya's so tired of people disappearing. Do I feel any like strong emotion from anyone? Does anyone feel
Not yet.
panicky or anything? Okay.
Nope. It's too
Katya
quickly.
would probably touch the same one she did because she, she wants to stay with someone. Hopefully.
Okay. Let's jump back to the main group before we deal with them.
Hi, Katya.
Okay,
maybe
so
that was the wrong one.
I'm gonna try and end the bickering that's going on in my head because Krag's probably going mad by it.
Okay.
He's gonna say,
Oh my God.
so how about we do this? Each of you gets a book once. First the right, then the left, and we just go back and forth, okay? Is that
I want the
okay?
whole book.
Oh my fucking... Just help me here. Give me a... That's it. Krag's gonna keep trying to think of a way to appease both swords.
Okay. Caravan Bork, what are you two doing?
I'm just leaning and reading the book.
Okay.
Since I have the feeling that someone's gonna steal it soon.
Caravan, what are you doing?
I don't know. I felt the confident feeling, and I think it might be okay to do this.
All of you group there, you hear a large from this general direction towards where the iron doors are. And the room around there seems to shake.
Oh,
Son of a bitch.
okay. I'm gonna go up to the door. Is there any?
There
Can I
is
investigate
5
it?
padlocks on this door, and they all seem to be locked from your side.
5.
5.
Jesus. Okay. And the locks are on my side.
Yep.
Okay. Are there any runes carved on it, or is it just a plain
Not on this
door?
door. It seems like there is just chains and chains wrapped around this door and padlocks. Somebody's either
What's
trying to
looking
keep
at
somebody in or
2.0?
keep somebody out.
I want to put my ear against the door and knock on it.
Behind it, you hear a series of large thuds, probably about 3, and a very large roar.
Oh,
Scream.
Nope.
Bork looks up from his book and says, I don't think you should open that.
I don't think I should either.
And you once again hear something kind of crushing against a wall. The ground kind of shakes for a second. Then it goes silent.
Okay. Elise? Abby?
Elisa's
Follow-
probably like got the blanket round her, huddled in a corner, just staring towards the door.
Elise,
Poor baby.
we're not gonna go in there.
That's good.
Look. Look, follow my lead, okay? Do what I do, and I wash my
Okay.
hands in the fountain.
You disappear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna,
Elise appears a couple of seconds afterwards.
yes, I'm gonna think the sword. So, you want to argue about? You want to put me? Ah! He's going crazy, basically.
The swords
I
are
told Abby
currently
to follow my lead too.
the swords are currently plotting in your head how to quickly kill the wizard and get the book back.
Oh my god!
That is their current conversation, and they seem to be working together.
Oh my
for the time
fuck!
being,
God damn it!
as they plot the murder of your comrade and the return of their rightful book to their possession.
I turn to Bork. Bork, I'm gonna really need that book back soon.
What?
Just finish reading quickly.
Yeah, I'm on it. Why do people keep disturbing me?
Abby shimmers out of existence and reappears next to Claravine and Elise.
I'm gonna put my hands in the holy water, or wash my hands in the holy water.
Crag disappears. Claravine, Abby is full-bodied again.
Oh, cool.
Crag, Abby is full-bodied for you also.
Huh?
Which is new.
That's weird. I say out loud.
What's
She
weird?
Abby
kind of
looks
just
a bit-
gives you a smile.
She looks a bit different.
Jennavyr,
I'll edit
Katya,
that out.
Wait, did Abby
You-
say something to me?
she said that to Crag when he said that's a bit different. She said, "Well, we're in the main chapel now. Of course, I'm more powerful."
Ooh.
Jennavyr, Katya, you find yourselves in the center of the room in a large kind of circle which seems to be glowing with some runes. You notice a male and female who both kind of been kneeling in front of a kind of small like shrine with candles around, and they both get up off their knees and they both grab their weapons as soon as you appear.
Hold my hands up. It's okay. You're fine.
Who are you? Why do you breach this temple? It is a sacred place.
We're lost.
They both kind of give each other a very kind of unsure whether you are lying or not kind of look.
Can I take Elise's mother's shawl out of the bag of holding?
Okay. As you do, you see the woman kind of. Where did you get that? What did you do to her?
We didn't do anything to her. We are looking for her daughter, Elise.
You're looking for
We
Elise?
have reason to believe she may be in danger. And I pull out Elise's teddy bear from the bag of holding as well.
We haven't saw Elise. We've been looking for her too.
What are your names?
I am Tavin, which is the male. And this is Aura.
You worship the White Sister, correct?
We do.
Maybe we can work together to find a way to locate her.
Katya, while this is going on, you detect movement in one of the corners and you glance over and there looks to be probably a group of 5 or 6 children huddled in one of the corners underneath blankets. Who are
Okay.
slowly being awoken from sleep by the voices.
How are you all doing for food and water?
We are surviving.
I'm gonna put the bear and the shawl back in the bag of holding, take out my alchemy jug, and say fresh water.
You feel the jug
I
that
wanna-
was once empty fill up with water.
I want to place the alchemy jug down in front of me and say, feel free to drink from this if you need to. It's fresh water. And I also pull out a couple of rations from my pocket and put them down next to the jug.
The male moves towards you. As you do so, you see that the woman still seems on guard. She still has got her weapon out. She is not pointing in your direction, but she just seems to be... She's still pretty defensive. And you notice that she seems to be moving to put herself between you and the children who are in the corner.
I will take a step back from the jug and the rations that I put down.
The male moves over, grabs the rations, and he takes the jug and he takes a mouthful of it before he like pauses for a few seconds before offering it to the woman. She doesn't even take a mouthful of it. She takes the rations in the water and she goes up to the children in this corner. And he just kind of... We will help you as we can to find Elise if she's in danger. Her mother was a good friend to us.
What are you all doing here? Are you hiding from someone, or you're just taking shelter where you can?
The Red Sister is searching for someone. A number of our followers have been wiped out. We rescued who we could. The children are orphans. Their parents were killed in the name of the Red Sister. We promised we would protect them, and we will do so. Both myself and Aura are warriors. We were not like the others. We are from the clans in the north. We are not quite as civilized as some here, but we know how to fight, and it is meant we can keep others alive.
We know that Elise is with the rest of our party, but we don't know where they are, which is why we are lost.
Elise is alive. This is good news.
She is alive, and she's safe.
That is very good news. Where did you come from? I mean, how did you enter here?
We came from the home of Elise, seemingly through a basement and through these corridors which led us here.
Ah, the tunnels. Then I can help find your friends. He moves over and kind of directs you and moves towards the door.
Okay.
Which he opens. Maybe perhaps. And you can see in the distance, or hear in the distance, the voice of Claravine, Krag, Abby, Elise. Bork, did you go through the... Did you use the water also or not?
No.
No, okay. Just making sure.
Katya, maybe you could see if those children need any aid of any sorts.
Sure. I'll go over towards the kids, but can I also insight check these people to see if they've been like honest with us, or if they seem like they're holding back on with something?
Someone finally does it.
Give me an insight for each of them and tell me who you do and which on.
Okay, I'll do.
Jennavyr is a sucker for children.
I'll do
so
the male first, and then the
think
female.
to do it.
Okay. The male seems to be brutally honest with you. He's taught you everything he has known. He doesn't seem to be holding anything back. The female seems a little bit more distrustful of you. She doesn't seem like she's lied, but she is a lot more guarded than the male.
Okay.
You're not sure
Yeah,
if
I
that's
figured
just because of the
'cause they have
children,
kids.
but she seems to be very defensive of the children in this
Okay.
current situation.
I will go over to Aura and say I'm a healer of sorts. Are all the children all right? Do you mind if I look at them, or do either of you need anything?
She looks at you. You promise not to harm them, yes?
Of course.
She kind of takes your arm and she leads you over to one of the children who's right at the back, and you can see that child seems to have a broken arm.
Okay.
We've
Is
done
it-
what we can, but
While this is happening, I want to open the doors and shout, Claravine, over here!
okay. So So you guys down there hear Jennavy's voice. Katya, the wound looks like it's kind of been put up in this thing, and they've tried to, but it's not the best job that you saw of somebody trying to. Do you know what I mean? It looks like they haven't had much supplies, and they've did what they could, but
Okay.
it's probably not going to set right in the current situation unless something's done.
Is it something that I can fix with like a cure wounds or like a lesser restoration, or can I like try to set
If
it,
you
and then
give
cast
me
cure
a medicine
wounds?
check and then give me a cure wounds, then do you know what I mean? It will start the basis of it. But you
Okay.
need to get it in the right position before doing so, otherwise you'll just basically be healing it in the wrong. Okay, so it takes you a little bit of time, but you manage to get it into the right position. You think that the bone's lined up, and you think if you give it a cure wounds, it's not going to fully heal it, but it's enough that it'll make it so that it's not going to like just break again. Do you know what I mean? In its current
Okay.
state. So, Bork, what are you doing?
I suppose I would, when I notice that the people aren't coming back, sitting here reading for a while, I would carefully put the book in my backpack and then wash my hands as well.
Okay. So Bork, you appear a couple of minutes afterwards. Jennavyr's voice is like echoing down the hallway towards you. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Are they standing as in front of me as it seems?
Krag, Abby, Elise, and Claravine are just a couple of feet in front of you.
Yeah. Stay a bit away from Krag and bring up the book and keep reading.
I keep an arm around Elise's shoulder and I start walking towards Jennavyr.
Okay.
Do I see the man standing next to her?
You do.
Who's this?
Claravine, give me a athletics check.
Oh boy.
Oh, fuck me. Sorry.
Natural 20.
Woo!
Elise attempts to get out your hold, and you kind of hold her back, and she's like, "Let me go this instant."
What's wrong?
It's Tovia, but I need to say hello to him.
Oh, okay.
And she kind of let go of her, and she runs towards the man and kind of grabs him, and you see him like give her a hug. And she, Jennavyr, you found Tovia.
So I did.
She kind of gives you a smile.
I want to give Elise her teddy bear back just because I'm being nice.
She takes it from you and kind of hugs it. Oh, the others are here, and Tovia just kind of gives her like a pat on the head and a nod, and then Elise just like takes off towards the corner where the children are gathered.
I look over to him and say, "Told you she was safe. We just didn't know she was on the other side of the door."
It is fine. I understand. We
in
don't
the
all
main
reveal
in
our
the main
cards all at
temple
once.
now.
Yes, this is the main temple.
And you're Tovia.
Tovia, yes, and he points over to where the woman is with the children and Eva. We are both worshippers of the White Sister.
I see. Can I insight check?
Yes.
GM, I'm gonna just one nice step into the White Sister Temple. Just basically just check myself, just moving myself around a bit. Just thinking like, guess I'm fine. It's weird.
Check your junk is still intact.
No.
You seem fine. You feel a bit uncomfortable, but Krag's never exactly been overly comfortable in kind of
In
religious
religious
places anyway, so
Yes, I'm just that's weird. Mr. Champion.
So is this thing here like a summoning circle?
it's not a summoning circle, it looks more like a
teleportation
ritual
thing.
circle.
Okay. Alright.
Perhaps, do you know what I mean, if somebody's doing healing or something, it might have been somewhere that they set up to do so. More than, it's not going to summon something or teleport something, it seems more like a place for healing or maybe cleansing. Katya would probably be able to tell you that kind of stuff, just, do you know what I mean, generally.
Yeah, I'd also want to find out what the heck that is as well. if it's any significance.
It looks like candles, and it's a skull, but it's not it's not like a bad skull, if that makes sense. It's more of a kind of a small like altar setup.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it's a negative, do you know what I mean, kind of shrine at all.
Are there any windows in this room?
Nope. This appears to be underground, whatever it is. Caravan, he seems to be telling you the truth so far. He doesn't seem to have lied to you. If anything, he reminds you a lot of Krag in his nature. He's probably not the most social of people, but he's not, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, don't see a point
attempted
in
to deceive you at present. And you've got a feeling if you try to that you'd probably fail.
I take a step out for Abby to enter the room, and I ask her, "Have you ever been here before?"
No. Like I said, I was kind of stuck for a long time. Till you took me out, of course.
Of course.
Torbjorn. So I keep wanting to call him Torbjorn because of fucking Overwatch.
Hard work pays off.
There is something we need to tell you about Elise's mother, or who we believe is Elise's mother.
Yeah?
We found Elise. How long ago was it? About a week ago? Maybe more than that? A week, 2 weeks?
A couple of weeks now.
Yeah. We found her in some catacombs alongside what seemed to be a drow who had stolen the artifact of Darkhold. In that same room was an altar with a summoning circle covered in blood. We found Elise next to what we believe to be her mother, who had been used as a sacrifice for this.
You can see kind of pain go over his eyes for a second before he kind of straightens up. I understand. Thank you for telling me. We are aware that she died. It was apparent, but we did not know what had happened. We hoped that Elise was safe, but
it was apparent she died. How so?
She had not been home. She would never have stayed away if she could have been here. She has offered shelter to everyone that she could. She has been a safe haven for many. If she was alive, she would be here.
Do you know of any drow that would harbour any resentment against her?
The drow? No. The drow tend to worship the Red Sister, though.
Tell us all you know about Elise's mother, if you can.
She was special. She had a connection to the White Sister that none of us really understood. She used to see things, hear whispers. She knew that she spoke of her death freely. She said the time would be coming. We all just used to kind of wave it off, do you know? Something we do not want to believe. She said that the darkness would be coming and there would be a war to be fought.
Can I recite to him the Three Sisters prophecy?
Okay. He kind of just nods. I have heard this also.
Is the child within the prophecy Elise?
I do not know. Many have thought so, but gods can be tricky, no?
Claravine, have you ever asked the White Sister about this prophecy?
No, not really. I haven't really had a chance to ask her.
Maybe that's something you need to think about doing.
I was thinking about communing with her soon.
Apologies. Claravine is what we believe to be the champion of the White Sister. She is one of you.
He gives you a nod and, we have heard of you. There is whispers. It is a pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Um,
Do
Claravine, you notice that he raises his hand and like touches his shoulder and then touches his heart.
I'll copy his movements.
Okay. He kind of gives you a very subtle kind of nod. Perhaps you should all come in. Perhaps we should sit down and I can introduce you to the children, and you can ask what you need to ask. It's probably best we shut the doors and such.
Bork, do you still have that alarm spell?
Do I even hear that from
Yeah.
where I'm at? Yeah, I
It's
do.
only a couple of feet from you.
Okay. Yeah.
Before we shut the doors, Bork, can you put the alarm spell maybe a couple of feet away from the door, about there?
Do you think we need that?
Better to be safe than sorry. Especially when there are children involved.
Yeah, I suppose. If I cast it as a ritual, would it still expend the spell slot?
No, you spend it as a ritual one, not.
Then I do that, and I probably put it at silent alarm.
Okay.
That goes off in my head and not all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good call. We don't alarm the children if it goes off.
So the group kind of huddle in the corner. Trovian kind of leads you over to them. You notice Katya is currently tending to a small boy who has got a broken arm. She seems to have set it, and you can see that like it seems to have been healed, but it's not totally healed. All the children look pretty dirty and kind of just, you know what I mean? They seem to be out of sorts more than anything.
They've seen some shit.
They've got blankets around them, their clothes are dirty and tattered, they've got dirt on their face. They seem to be hungry, eating at the rations that Jennavyr has given them. You can notice like Aura kind of like stopping some little fights between them as they seem to be fighting.
Bickering over who gets the most.
Yeah. Who gets the most food. And she kind of seems to be stopping them and like taking the food and kind of splitting it up. You notice that neither the adults seem to eat at all. They seem to be more bothered about the children.
Should we have in a bag of holding? I think it's a lot, right?
What was that?
Yeah, we have like. No, we never did get those.
I've got the bag of holding on me right now.
Yeah, I was checking the rations, but we never did get the rations from that the cave. So.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think we did. We had to collect. There were like 30 of them, and it would take a while.
I thought we did take them.
I put a little note on the plus 30. So we picked them up. I don't think we did.
Okay. So the group kind of falls into a general discussion kind of tone of talking. Is there any direct questions that wish to be asked of anybody in particular from anyone?
I want to look at Aura and Torvir and ask them, what do you know about the shards?
Torvian kind of looks over at her and he kind of just gives a shrug before he answers. We are in connection with Lady Hope. Yes.
Yes.
She has taken a number of the children, as you can understand. She helps us to find other places for them to go. We know of the shards that she knows of. Me and Ara, before we were tasked with helping with the aftermath of the sisters' attacks, we used to go and talk to the clans, to the tribes, in attempt to find other shards. We heard whispers of one another winter. We were on our way to investigate that when we were called back here because of the attacks on members of our religion. The children were more important than finding the shard at the time.
I understand. And I pull out the shard again for them to see.
Tovian kind of just gives you a smile and kind of a nod. I'm glad you have one in your possession. Hopefully you will find many more.
We know the locations of where they are said to be. It's just a case of getting there and finding them.
That is usually the hardest part. If we manage to settle the children, if you wish, me and Ara will go and attempt to recover one if you wish. But
I have a question, actually.
yes.
Does the name Morthos ring a bell?
I have heard of Mothos, yes.
What do you know of him?
He was a follower also. Yes. He, I believe, was killed by Amara.
The Five Knives. What?
Amara.
Amara?
Yes.
Who's Amara?
She goes by the name the Raven. She's an assassin, yes?
Within the Five Knives?
She used to be part of them. She serves a Lord of Netherwinter now, I believe.
She does.
Is her calling card a joker with a lipstick kiss on it?
I believe that is what she goes by, yes.
I pull out both of them that I have and show him.
Yes, that is the Raven. She goes by the Raven now.
New short-term goal for Jennavyr. Find that bitch and kill her.
Amara, I believe, is the name. Not many know that, though.
Do you know if Amara would ever visit her future victims and leave a calling card?
She used to terrorize before she killed. She likes the idea of fear. She is said to be a follower of the Red Sister. She is said to hear the whispers of the darkness.
Morthos' death makes so much more sense. What of Tarhoon?
Tarhoon of the Grey Sister?
Son of a bitch. This is too much information for Jennavyr to process. She's having a mini breakdown inside her head, so she's just gonna sit there and like not do anything.
I'll take over the conversation then. Change of subject. I think there's something on the back of my neck. And I turn around and lift up my hair for them to see.
Okay.
Do you see anything?
Tavian kind of looks at. I do not see anything over. The woman looks over and she kind of like gasps and then moves towards you and she like goes to raise her hand to touch you and then pauses for a second to see if you'll stop her before she does so.
I let her.
She kind of presses her hand. When? Oh God.
Don't know. All I know is that I was
Do the rest of you have it?
I don't know.
Orva's going to go to each and every one of you and attempt to look at the back of your necks. Is anybody stopping her?
I wouldn't even notice because I'm still having discussions in my head. I would check on
I'm moving
I
my
would check on the
necks.
black.
I'm in a book, so I'm already exposing my neck.
I'm gonna check on the black vein whenever I have time.
It seems to have disappeared.
Huh, that's good. Don't have to
Um,
worry about that anymore, right?
Orva looks at you. She then comes back over to you, Claravine. 3 of your party members have been marked.
Marked by what exactly? I don't know what this is.
That is Riviera's mark. She's marked you for death. You've become targets. And she turns around and she shows you the back of her own neck, and she has the mark upon her back. You notice, looking at her mark, hers is not disillusioned as yours were. Jennavyr, if you're taking any notice of this Bork, it is very similar to the mark that was on the body of the people that attacked you, but there is one slight difference. There is a circular triangle of fire, but underneath the fire there is like a eye on yours, on the one that is on the back of Claravine. When you're looking at it in detail now,
I'm lost in my own thoughts. I'm not really paying much
That's
attention.
fine. Okay. So that is what you do notice, Claravine, looking at her since she showed it to you. It is a circle with a triangle with flame, and underneath the flame is an eye. You are aware that the Red Sister symbol is a circle with a triangle with flame. There is no eye usually in the Red Sister symbols. So this is an added detail trait. You are made aware.
Mm-hmm.
You have the mark on your neck. Katya does, and Jennavyr.
I'm completely fine. Nothing to worry about.
When I look at Krag, he doesn't show any. His black vein, the black mark
He
on him.
doesn't. It seems to have gone.
Also, I'm gonna actually ask you, Claravine. So, how do you do the whole commune thing to deity?
Well, I've only done it once, and Abby taught me how to do it. Is there a reason for this? Is there a reason you want to know, Krag?
Just curious.
Krag, this isn't about her, is it?
No, just the swords. I gotta get them out of my head. It's just,
You want to commune with the swords?
I just want to commune with something other than the fucking swords in my head.
So anybody else do anything particular?
I look at both Arva and Torvier. I think I have reason to believe that Riviera might have made a deal with Krag here.
Yeah, one thing she did do was this, and I point to the sword. I used to have only one. It was a pretty good friend, and now there's two. And they don't shut up.
Torian kind of looks over at you, kind of looks you up and down, then nods, and he comes over and he like pokes at your shoulder. I see nothing wrong with him. The female seems to glance over to you and she says, "There is a darkness there. You feel it?" And Krag, as she says that, you feel like something is crawling underneath your skin.
Oh, that's creepy. Anything you can do about that?
You could attempt to cleanse yourself if you wish. It will not be pleasant.
Well, I did make a deal with her, but all it was to release me from where I was. So, should be fine, right?
You wish to be cleansed or not?
I don't think it'll be necessary, but
Very well.
everyone believes I must. I do it.
Krag, I think you need this.
Oh, I really don't want it.
I know,
Doesn't sound
but
pleasant.
if she has you, we need to make sure she can't find us or anything.
Oh, God.
As you see that, Claravine, you hear Ara say she's a god. She always knows where you are. Do not delude yourself otherwise.
I'll see. Then maybe it won't be as bad. I really don't want to do this cleansing thing.
Question. Did I hear Krag talk to her about being a champion?
Nope.
Okay.
Because I never said it, and you couldn't hear her.
Okay, yeah. No, never mind. I'm not going to say anything then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crag's not lying.
Ara comes over to you, Krag, and she places her hand upon your chest, and you can feel the black kind of pulsing of something kind of creeping up towards her hand.
I say, I push her hand away, and I just say, something was going towards your hand there. I don't know what's wrong with me. Be careful.
She's corrupted you.
What did that mean?
She has left her mark upon you. She has claimed you hers, yes?
I don't know how these things work, but perhaps
You wish to be hers?
I do not.
Are you
Guessing I
sure?
have to do this.
Krag, remember that brand on my arm? That's basically the same thing, just from different people.
Yeah.
I can cleanse you of it, but it will be something that you will have to fight. It is not something that can just be washed away.
Krag, I would take it.
Oh.
It's bad enough I'm already branded. We don't need two of us. Branded by evil.
I need to do that, but I already played her game today. I'd like a bit of rest before we do this cleansing, if I do have to fight.
Perhaps we stay here this evening, and then if you wish, this place should be safe enough. We can all rest, and in the morning I will attempt to cleanse you before we have to set out. We cannot stay here much longer. The children need to move. We need to find somewhere safe.
Where do you plan on going?
Solaris, you know her?
Yes.
She has agreed to take the children to a tribe she knows. They will be offered safety there.
Tribe of the Wild?
Mm-hmm. I believe so, yes.
You'll be safe there.
Me and Torbjorn have said that if she wishes, we will help to defend the tribe. If not, we will perhaps get in touch with you. If you have somewhere you believe a shard to be, we can perhaps go and see if we can gather it for you.
We may have something for you to do, but it depends on how well you know the Nine Hells.
The Nine Hells?
I was about to ask, what do you know about a Pharisha?
Not a lot. It seems a strange creature. A demon? Perhaps? Yes?
Yes.
Wait. You spoke about cleansing.
Yes.
Could you do that to an entire house?
Perhaps if I had more of my group, yes. Alone I could not.
Glance over
I
at
might. What exactly can you cleanse? I might be in need of one too.
I can attempt to break bonds. I can fracture them. It will not be totally broken. It will only be fractured, and the person who I break it between must constantly fight. There will be issues afterwards. If your soul does not fight against it, then the bond will become stronger. But if you fight against it, then...
Thing is, with Krag, I'm concerned that when he's raging, he may not have the will to fight against.
She
I
looks over to
remember
you
I
and
was burning down the house, so I could use a cleansing.
I can try to help you also. She looks over to you, Jennavyr. When we are raging, we are at our strongest.
So you think he'd still be able to resist the White Sister, even when raging?
The White Sister? Why would he resist the White Sister?
Red Sister,
Red
sorry.
sister.
My brain...
Whilst
I'm trying to process a lot of information right now.
whilst he is raging, yes, he should be able to fight against her.
Yes, well,
Krag, it's your
I
call.
agree. When I rage, I'm
He
May
uses his
thought is
space
to defend
instinct.
myself.
Indeed. If his soul wishes to rage against it, while he is in rage, he will continue to do so.
And I'm thinking, and I should explain you to all exactly what she did and what she said. She apparently made me her champion as I defeated her previous champion. If that comes with some power, there's no way to turn it against her or something like that.
Mhm. And anybody going to answer him?
What was the question? I'm sorry.
He just told you that she told him he was a champion.
Yeah, I just told everyone in this room, well, the people close to me, so it's like,
I think the silence kind of said it all.
Yeah.
it's like these
We all
people
just
are people I'm
stare at
talking
him.
to, and I just say like, yeah, she made me her champion, and I don't want to do evil things, but the power would be nice.
And everyone's like, we got another one?
Krag, I think if you're trying to second guess yourself on this cleansing, let me answer that doubt for you. You need to get cleansed.
I agree.
If she chose you, that means she has power over you.
I
Power
truly
that
believe that I cannot fight
she
this.
does not need to have.
If you believe that, then very well.
We rest for the night, and in the morning we will cleanse both your friends, yes?
Yes.
Or attempt to.
Once the children are safe, then we can think about maybe getting more of you together to hopefully cleanse the house that we are speaking of.
I had a question about that actually. When you cleanse a space or an area, what happens to the evil residing in it?
Depends on how powerful people are doing the cleanse. Sometimes it just releases it, other times it sends it back to where it came from. Which is what I'm going to attempt to do with your friend. It does not cleanse them totally, like I said, it will just begin to break the bonds.
Can I show them the brand on my arm and explain death?
She
It's
looks
a
at
heavy
it,
subject.
and then she kind of takes a step back. I cannot help with that.
I'm not asking you to help with that. It's more, this is what we're dealing with inside that house.
And perhaps that is too strong for me. The bond with your friend is very new. If it had been longer, it would have took deeper root. It would be impossible to break. But if we manage to catch it before it solidifies, before the bond is completely in place,
How
there
long
is a
is
chance you can
so
fight.
long?
With something like Riviera, then more than a few days.
Krag, you need to be cleansed.
I would like to rest since I will have to fight. What do you mean by fight? If you have any idea, I'd like
It
to know
will
what
not
I
be a
have to do.
physical thing.
Willpower, Krag.
You will have to fight
Very
against
well.
the temptation. She will offer you what you want deepest. Your deepest desires will be offered to you.
Fuck. Yeah.
Can we help?
You
Is
can
there any
take
way we
part
can
in the
help?
cleansing if you wish.
I don't want anyone to touch me. That thing. I don't want anyone to be wounded by it.
Krag, I want to help. If my bond with the White Sister can help you, then I want to be there.
I'm sure Katya might be able to help as well in some capacity.
And Abby kind of moves closer. I wish to help also. I do not know what I can do, but I'm strongest here.
Elise? What do you think?
She is being like kind of talking to the children and taking very little notice of you. Huh?
Alright, that's fine.
What?
It's alright. Don't worry. Go back to playing with your friends.
Oh. Okay.
I'm fine with you helping me, but if there's any danger to you, just don't face it. Just let me go. I'll deal with it alone if I have to.
You might have to, but we're not gonna let you.
But if you're in danger, don't force yourselves for me. All I ask you.
If we are in danger, we deal with it as a team.
Fine, just don't push yourselves too much. Don't want to lose any of you.
If we didn't believe that we could do this, we would not be here now. Pull it together, Krag. You're stronger than this, and you know it.
Okay. I'm gonna wrap up the session tonight. A little bit
Aw.
early.